we're gonna go check the quest board and get into some anime news and topics. First news slash topic on the quest board is we got Fire Force season 3 is in production. Finally, part 1 is supposed to come out April 2025. Part 2 is supposed to come out January 2026. David Production is on the beat. They're the ones doing it. This is gonna be the final TV season. When I hear the final TV season, I hear one of two things. Either this is the last season and we're not getting any more, whether it's finished or not, but I believe people said this last season should finish it. Or two, we're getting a movie. We're gonna get a season and a movie to finish it off. I am not a fan of that very much, but if it happens, I understand why. I would like it to just end with between April and January, but if we gotta wait for a movie, so be it. I just hope that the movie comes soon. Fire Force, you guys know, is very near and dear to my heart. It is one of the few shows where I've been waiting as long as y'all have been waiting. Because we saw Fire Force season 1 when it came, like within days or weeks when it came out. And if Fire Force season 2 came out, we were right on top of it. So this is one of the few animes where like I am with y'all. I am in a 3-year drought. I ain't seen my goddamn show, and I want to watch it right goddamn now. And we're finally getting our moment, and I'm excited. The thing about Fire Force that you cannot fuck up the sound design. David Productions, please, if you hear me, do not fuck up the sound design. I don't turn into Slideshow Simulator 2.0 either. You know, don't give it the blue lock treatment. But that sound design in Fire Force is so dope. I love the usage of the sounds in every single moment. The vacuum sounds, like they just make everything in Fire Force sound so fucking cool. And please, God, Kami Okami, give me more Benny Maru. I need that man doing more gangsta thug shit, and I want it animated. But yeah, Fire Force season 3, last season, coming soon. Keep your eyes peeled. Support it. Support it, support it, support it. I just personally really, really, really hope that there is no production issues, and I hope that there is no movie. Just give me the whole season. Give me the whole thing, please. Next up in anime news, we got Go Go Loser Ranger season 2 is in production. Broadcast begins in 2025. I'm not gonna lie to you, people aren't gonna like hearing this, but I'm not excited for Go Go Loser Ranger. I feel like the premise was amazing. The art style is nice. The animation kind of iffy. The story itself really fell off for me. They was cooking so hard, like in the first 6 episodes. But I feel like in the last 6 episodes, last 6 to 8 episodes of last season, we really, really, really hit a point where it was like, what are we doing here? It felt part dragged out for a little bit too long. It just no. It just felt disconnected. It felt very disconnected. The Ranger arc, the whole fighting in a parking garage. I think it was a little too drawn out. I can see some of the philosophy and the storytelling they're trying to do. I definitely understood the world building of what they're doing, that everything isn't as it appears, but that's why I started watching the show in the first place. I feel like in the second half, in that second core, we were like a car stuck in sand. The wheels were turning, right? And I could see y'all was trying to put in work, but the sand was just being shot out and it didn't really hit for me. So I'm glad it got a season 2. I'm happy to see it going into production. I don't know when I'm gonna watch it. I think this is one of those ones. If we don't react to it, I'm gonna wait to binge it. I'm definitely gonna wait to binge it. I'm gonna have to see what the streets say because it definitely has a fantastic premise, but I feel like some of the execution is very hit or miss. What's going on, R? Go Go Loser admit I only watch because you guys were. Dirk was not gonna like this. Nah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Next in anime news, we got Apothecary Diary Season 2 coming soon. We're right around the corner. It says scheduled for January 10th. Man, that means I just gotta hold on for what? 2 months before I get my girl Momo back? Look, Apothecaries caught me off guard. I did not, and I should have known because of the show about hoes that I would probably like it. But I like it for all the reasons you wouldn't think I'd like it. The hoes are interesting. The fan service is amazing. But Mao, and her story and her abilities in the inter palace politics, by far takes the cake on the hoes. By far takes the cake. It is so well woven and intricately told. And I love the little bit of edge where, like, if you're already kind of like a science nerd or science buff, that you could be ahead of the curve on some things, on trying to figure out like what she's doing, some compounds that she's mixing, things of that nature. Those are multiple times in the season of Apothecary where, because I have a really good science background because of what I did in my undergrad and college, I have a really good, strong science background. Science was always my favorite shit in school. I understood exactly what she was doing at times and how she was going to do it, what her execution was going to be, and it allowed me to kind of predict what was about to happen next. So I'm hella excited for Apothecary Diaries to come back. It definitely deserves a season 2. I'm excited to see what we're going to do with the Sweet Prince now that the cat's kind of out of the bag, and I'm interested to see if their connection is going to grow any bigger, any stronger, given circumstances, because they know a lot about each other right now, and it's very much one of those times where it's like, so now that everything's in the open, what we doing? What we doing? Just wondering where we go from here. What plots are coming for them? Not probably something I look forward to. Yeah, agreed. Last but not least, in anime news, the fourth week, the top animes of the week rating came out. And right now they have number one with Bleach at 9.5. They got number two, Dan 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 at second place with a 9.0. And they got ReZero Season 3 with an 8.9 as the top three animes airing right now. If I'm being real with you, yeah, they're spitting right now. They're absolutely spitting. If I could, if I absolutely positively had to, no, I couldn't do it. I was about to lie to you guys. I was like, if I want Don Machi in this top three, but I had to sit here and consider for a moment. If I put Don Machi in the top three, what am I taking out between Dandanan, Bleach, and ReZero? And I can't give you a good answer right now. I just can't give you a good answer right now. I don't know what I would take out, but I want Danmachi up there. Can I put Danmachi like as 3B? Like 3B? Or maybe I could put Dan and Bleach at 1A and 1B, and I put ReZero at 2, and then 3 could be Danmachi. But I feel like I'm still cheating, because when something ties, it goes 1-1, and then third place gets third automatically. So it'd be cheating. So no, I'm gonna leave these rankings alone. The only thing I would say, because I'm biased as hell, because Kubo is my GOAT, I'm telling you right now, I got Bleach like at a 9.8, right? I got Dan the Dan at a 9.4, and I got ReZero at 9.3. Like, Dan the Dan and ReZero, they're beefing, bro. They're beefing. And the only reason Dan the Dan has the edge right now is because it's something I haven't seen yet, and I feel like it's tugging at more of my heartstrings than ReZero currently is. Very much, we're talking about anime news. It's very much tugging at my heartstrings, very, very much. So these rankings, usually IMDb, their rankings, I'm like, who needs that? And there's sometimes I see other rankings from like other anime sources with like only 5K votes, 8K votes, and I'm like, y'all are real. This is what the streets is talking about. I can't believe that. But IMDb today, y'all are spitting. Y'all are spitting real good. Much respect to it. All right. That is the end of the anime news. Let me go back to read chat. Let me see. 4 minutes away. Perfect timing. A nice little commercial break. Hold on. I heard you mention ReZero. I'm like 10 episodes in and I'm quite bored. Do you think I should keep watching it or drop? You're bored 10 episodes in? I'm not going to tell you to watch it or drop it. I will tell you that ReZero keeps getting better. That's all I can tell you. I'm not gonna tell you to keep it or drop it. I'm gonna tell you it keeps getting better. I struggled with ReZero at first. Okay, I'll tell you this. If you're in season one and you make it to episode 18 and you don't feel nothing, okay, drop it. But like if you gotta make it to episode 18 at the very least. Make it to episode 18. Rizzo be cooking. ReZero does cook. You just gotta let it do its thing. I promise you, it cooks. It gets better. I don't say a lot about. There's a lot of shows that I wouldn't say it keeps getting better to, but ReZero definitely keeps getting better, no doubt. All right. Oh, hold on. I gotta go open the door, and then we'll come finish.